Section 1. Dismantling the center console. First, pry off the black interior trim ring around the gear lever. Next, pry off the rear section of the silver U-shaped trim piece. Then, carefully pry off the entire large U-shaped trim surrounding the area. Remove the screws on both sides of the screen and air conditioning panel. Using a flat head screwdriver or a pry tool, carefully lever out the original climate control panel. Note: the tools required for this step may vary depending on your specific vehicle model. Remove the screws on both sides of the screen and air conditioning panel. Using a flat head screwdriver or a pry tool, carefully lever out the original climate control panel. Note: the tools required for this step may vary depending on your specific vehicle model. Unplug the connectors behind the climate control panel. Next, remove the screws on both sides of the screen. You can then carefully lift the screen out and unplug all cables from its back. Next, remove the screws on both sides of the CD player. Finally, carefully pull the unit out and unplug all the connectors from the back. The second part involves installing the module onto the screen. You will need to buy the tools yourself for removing the original car parts and CarPlay decoder box. They are not included in accessories. We are sharing a wireless CarPlay module for the Ford Mondeo. First, take out a 6-point Torx screwdriver and remove the 4 screws behind the screen. To separate the original sync-to module from the screen, remove the side bracket ears from both sides of the screen using a screwdriver. Keep the removed screws in order to avoid losing them. Once separated like this, carefully disconnect the 2 ribbon cables from the screen. You will see 2 cables: a wider blue and white cable for the screen display, a narrower orange cable for the touchscreen function. This latch on the orange cable slides open like a drawer. Gently pull it outward to unlock the cable, making sure not to detach the latch itself. Use your tool to take off this small panel. Next, take the metal frame we provided. First, place the black circuit board onto it, making sure all 8 screw holes are aligned. Secure the original car's small board in place. Then, connect the original car's small board using the ribbon cable from our module. After connecting both ribbon cables, make sure their latches are securely locked. A loose connection will result in problems, such as a blank screen, failure to power on, or screen flickering. The next step is critical. Connect your original screen to our module using the ribbon cables. Once both are connected, you must ensure the latches are securely locked. First, position the screen and our module back into place. Then, reinstall the original screws on both sides of the screen. Finally, clip the outer metal frame back on. Step by step, reinstall all the screws you removed earlier. If you can't get the screw in on one side, try the other bracket ear. Reconnect the original sync to module to the screen. This completes the installation of the internal mainboard. Firstly, replace the cables on the original car screen with the ones we provided: the power cable, AUX cable, and Wi-Fi antenna. Connect the following to sets of male and female connectors to the corresponding ones on the back of the original car CD unit. Route the USB cable from our AUX cable to either the glove compartment or under the center console. First, tidy up the cables and tuck them in. Then, connect the unit to the original car CD host. Do not put the screws in yet, power it on first for a test. Firstly, test the original car system, display, touchscreen, steering wheel controls, sound, reverse camera. Secondly, test our module, display, touchscreen, sound, volume control via steering wheel. Once everything is confirmed working, begin reassembling the center console. Reinstall the screws on both sides of the screen and the CD unit. Plug the climate control panel back in and secure its screws. Snap the interior trim panels back into place to complete the installation.